as how I build the business and how we build the business, right? So, ladies first. So as always, right? So as a gentleman, I should give the first privilege to my beautiful wife. So we are married for last 6 years, right? So she's the queen of my life, right? And of course, I'm a king, right? So here's my wife, my beautiful wife, SAPNA. Yeah.
Thank you. Namaste. Hi. I'm SAPNA and I'm a mother of one daughter, Dipsika. She's 5 years old and I joined this business in the year 2015 and I'm so blessed to have a wonderful and united team. They welcome me and they help me to understand in this business. And at one point of time, I was too obese. I was 75 kg and through Nutrilite program, I reduced my weight 51 kg. And it's really inspired my husband. He was 106 kg and now he's 86 kg. And that's how it clicked in our mind that we should go and speak about the healthy living community we should build. And that's how we start building a healthy living community. And on the process of Emerald Ship journey, we achieved many things. At the same time, I lost my mom, my grandmother, and myself. I was tested positive, corona positive. By the time, the situation was very worst. Even my husband Pankaj, he was having a backache problem. And due to corona, we could not able to do a business because of the pandemic. And we were far from our home. We were in the Senapati for last 6 months, far from our daughter. So I should really thanks to my in-laws who really take care of our daughter and our parents. And it taught us to be strong and how to carry forward in our life. In the process, I'm helping more women to empower and to help to earn their life to be a healthy lifestyle. And I'm sure we will be achieving this milestone. Thank you, and back to my husband who is always supportive and best father, best husband. Thank you.
Wow.
Over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for this sharing as well. Well, basically, just to add up to what she said just now, like basically she got started in the business. Like basically she joined me like in the business in the year 2015, right after we got married, right? And so because I would say she's a very strong lady because last year in the February she lost her mother, but it didn't deter her zest or the confidence or that willpower that of supporting me in the business. So he's always said, there is always a strong lady, like there is always a lady behind a very successful, all the successful men. I would say a rock solid woman is if someone who is rock solid, I'm sure like all the men can be more and more and achieve greater heights in any field, be it in AMWAY or be it in anything, right? So wow, that's quite inspiring for me as well. I hope by now most of you must be inspired by what she said, right? So so here's my part. Now let me take you through my journey as how I got started in the business, right? But to understand that, we have to go back to 2002. That was the time like I had come to my home like for a vacation. At that very point of time, I was in college, Right, I was just sitting in my room, and then my uncle happened to visit our home, right? My mom's younger brother, right? But little did I knew that that very moment he had come to our home with the opportunity with this opportunity called as AMWAY, right? So he was explaining my parents about this business, uh, but I could see the reluctance in their attitude not to start the business. So, but basically, I let my parents join the business first, right? And because at that very moment, no, I heard a very magic figure, I would say, like that 50,000 when somebody reaches a silver level, right, they can earn that 50,000. So that particular figure was kind of a magic numbers for me, right, and that's where I got the click that okay, this is an opportunity that I should really look into at that very tender age of maybe 20 or 21 years old, right? So I let my parents start the business first, and that's how they become they become my sponsor in the business, right? So to say, like basically in the initial stage they were quite reluctant for me. They didn't want me to get started in the business because I was just studying in that very point of time. But I, I was so interested, and I was so excited about the business at that point of time that I let my parents, I forcefully sponsored myself into the business. Of course, my parents became my sponsor. So that's how I got enrolled in the business, right? And about my educational background, I studied in Shillong, right, in ARPS. This is Assam Rifle Public School, and then I went to the St. Anthony's College. I studied commerce, right, and then in the year 2006, something went off the track, and then I happened to go to Bangalore. But still today, I don't know why did I go to Bangalore. It's still a mystery for me also, and but. God had a plan, because God always have a plan for us. So I went to Bangalore. I did my CCNA, like network administrator in Aptech Institute. I did there for some certain period of time, and then I thought, okay, let's get a taste of the corporate world also, like, and that's how I got into the BPO industry. Right, I was working with ITC Infotech, with the Cycle process, which is there in Banaswari, in Bangalore, right? And then, so I did work for 2 to 3 years, but back of my mind, I was thinking, like, what am I doing here? What I'm doing here? That was a big question, which was really eating up, right, my mind. So. I was working. I was going to the job that monotonous, like, wake up, eat, go to the job, come back, here everybody see blah 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 blah, right? And all things was happening in that way, but that was not me at that point of time, right? So I thought that I don't belong here. Well, it was in the year 2009, December, like, where that's the time when I decided that I should come back, come back to Dimapur, So I came in December 2009. So I came back home, and I told my parents, Amma Baba, that I think I should be getting back to the business, right? And they were quite skeptic at that moment, and they were saying that you were away from the business for so long, then how will you get back? All these things were there in their mind, and it was there in my mind as well. So but the very next thing what I did was, like, I got in touch, whom I call my brother. Of course, he's elder to me, right? A very dear friend, and at the same time, he is my upline in the business, Rakesh and Madam Susmita, right? So I call them, and then I tell them that Rakesh, like, I want to like build the business again. And then, so the first thing what they said was that, Pankaj, you have to prove yourself. So for which you need to come here in Imphal and then learn the business, right? And I said, that's fine. That is fine. Right? I'm gonna give my 100% this time, right? So, the second phase of my business got started in the year 2010. So since then I didn't look back, right? And then I used to go to Imphal, right? Board a bus in the night. I reached Imphal in the morning. I learned the business from them, right? Be there for a week, and then come back here and execute the learnings that I learned during my stay in Imphal, So the thing happened for another 3, 4, 5 months, and then I started requalifying my pins, 6%, 9%, whatever the levels are, right? And in the due course of time, I really got in close, right? Or to say the intact, I got really close to a very special couple, though they are not my biologically, they are not my parents, right? But they are my second parents, right? That is Founders Inices, going double and beyond, Sir Jivan and Madam Madhubala, right? So that's the time they took me, under their wings, and that's where they show that passion in me, the stubbornness in me to succeed, right? And that's how I got in touch with them, right? They also helped me in building the business, right? So I was building the business, right? And there were so many good things happen, some sad things happen. There was a time the situation was so bitter. There was a time the situation was very good, right? As we all know, right? Life is all about learning. It goes up and down, right? So there was if I have to narrate an incident, right? So it was late in the evening. I finished one of the appointment. I had a home meeting. Then after I finished my meeting, right, I was coming back home, right, and on the way, some guys stopped me. I thought, okay, they know me, and they just stop. And so the the fraction of second, I found myself being beaten up by those chunk of boys, and then they snatched my bike. They snatched whatever I had, laptop, phones, and all. So I was really down at that point of time, of course I came back home. I called some of the help that point of time, and then they brought me home, right? But that incident really got into my head, more to say, in my brain, right? So I developed a phobia after that incident, that whenever I used to go out, if I see somebody coming behind me, then I always I started getting scared that, oh, why is he following me? Such kind of phobia, it started generating in my mind. So it took me another 6 months to overcome that situation as well, right? So again, the momentum in the business didn't go down because I started not focusing in the business because of that particular incident. But thanks to my uplines and to my parents, and they really encouraged me, and so I took a help of books, the series, to give that confidence, to bring that confidence back into me, that I can do it again, right? So thereafter I decided that I should build the business in Kohima. And the interesting part was that I knew only one of my friend, Auchizak, right? And then I contacted him, and that's where I started my business in Kohima. right? And gradually the team started building. So if I have to cut short, like let me tell you how I did the business. The first thing was nobody know me, right? Neither I know them, neither they know me, right? So it was kind of a unknown like place for me, right? In terms of knowing people, right? But at the same time, this was kind of a boon for me in the business, right? So, like how I used to work was that I made a point that I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, right? I gave myself that 1 hour of time to get myself prepared, right? Like cooking my food for the entire day, So in that 1 hour, I used to complete cooking, like everything, right? So 6 o'clock, I'm out. I used to carry a backpack, and the interesting part in my backpack, there were the products, right? Demo kits, some of the product books. So I used to go, and I used to plan my like visits, the day before, the previous night, that where I'm going, like which colony I'm going, like which side I have to go, right? So this is how I started. So the 6 o'clock I used to go, because I knew that I have that time between that 6 and 8 o'clock in the morning, right? That's the time like people can spare that time for me, right? So because after 8 o'clock people have to get ready for their job, or they have to send their kids to the school. So I knew that, right? That 2 hours. So 2 hours was very important for me. So I used to go home, right? And I used to meet them, right? And as I said that they don't know me, so how I used to introduce myself was that I used to show my AMWAY card, and then hello ma'am, sir, this is Pankaj, and I represent AMWAY. So today I'm here just to kind of do a survey. So I want to know, or I would like to know that whether your family uses AMWAY products or not, right? And this is how I used to enter people home, right? And some say that, oh, we have been using, somebody joined. So, but so many there was a success at times, there was a failure at times, but I kept on going and going, right? And so, that is how. So, so the way I contacted people was very different. I'm like, most of you must be contacting them in a different way, but I contacted people in this way, right? People used to tell me, you're a salesman. I was saying, yes, I'm a salesman. So for someone, I was a salesman. So for someone, I was a business person, right? But it didn't matter. It didn't matter to me, right? I was clear, like, where I want to go. I was clear, very clear. And there was a time like I was being chased by dogs. Also, I think see, this situation may not have come to you, but I was being chased away by a dog at times. I was being chased by people, by individuals, right? So I've seen many times, right? So of course, like, I used to collect the orders and go to the office, buy the products, and again deliver it, right, in the evening. So that is how I started the beginning. So they gave me more confidence, So that's the reason that's how I gained more confidence in talking to people, right? So I did all those weird things, just to grow in the business, right? So now, in the journey, I met some fantastic people, right? Fantastic consumers, fantastic partners, they all gel with me, right? So I was ready, right? I was ready for my platinum ship, right? So I used to build to Mokchung. I used to go to Mokchung, like most of the villages I've been going there. I used to go to Wokha. So I was not afraid of traveling. I was not afraid of going to new places, right? And so I was doing everything, right? I was all set to be a platinum. And it was the year 2013 when I qualified as a platinum, right? And the journey was awesome, right? We enjoyed the trips and everything, right? Then I was getting ready for my Founders Platinum, and during the course of being a platinum, a Founders Platinum shape, there was I would say a big nightmare, or maybe a very the worst situation happened in my life, right? Uh, if I have to say, is that it was in the year 2014, June 14th, right? I was traveling from Mokokchung, and then going to Imphal the very next day, right? So I could start, like I could feel, and I started feeling that I don't have strength below my waist, right? I could see the numbness, I could feel the weakness in both of my legs. So, but I was ignoring it when I was thinking that maybe because of too much of traveling, just the weakness has come. Like, so the very next day we had planned to go to Kohima, so all my teams came, and then like in the next morning, I could see that I could not hold or have a proper grip on the steering. So I could see that, I could feel that weakness in my body already. Right, so I told one of my teammates, Mr. Mamtaj, right, Mamtaj, why don't you take up a screwdriver from the car dicky, and then just take a screwdriver and start poking in my like on my palm, right? And then he started poking it. I said, poke it more harder, harder. And then he said that if I have to speak in Hindi, sir, kitna और तुमको घोपेगा ना, क्या बोलता है उसको, like कितना और करेगा. So I said, really, I could realize that I couldn't feel that. I said, and then I was ignoring them. Okay, we traveled till Imphal, then went to Imphal, met my upline, and then Dr. Madhugala said that you come the next day, we will have a meeting. And then of course it was 9 in the evening, the night. Then I went to my room. I checked into my room. Then I was sleeping. So I wanted to go to the washroom. That very moment, like I fell down from my bed, Then I could realize that I cannot walk. I don't have strength. And I called my friends. Mr. Hekia was there, who was very much kind enough to like stay with me, next to me. He was awake for the whole night. And the very next morning, I went to the doctor. And then even my upline, who herself is a doctor, said that it's a serious case of paralysis. So you have to travel back and get a good medical advice, right? So that's where I just called my mother. I just told her that book a ambulance. So we will have to go to Guwahati, the nearest metro, like the city where we had a good. So I just said to my mom, so okay, book a taxi. So when I reached here, the scenario was very overwhelming. Like everyone is at home. They were curious what has happened to me, right? So when I just got out of my car, I couldn't walk. And I was just like a newborn baby, right? I don't have strength, right? I couldn't do anything, right? Like I couldn't stand. I could not neither sit, nothing. So I was fully paralyzed, right? And if you can see, as you are watching me, I hope you all can do this, right? You can move your fingers. But guess what? I couldn't do this, right? I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink, and I couldn't speak also. I was just whispering, so to say, right? But at the same time, I was worried about my phone's partnership, right? I was telling kaise hoga, like how would it happen? But thanks to my team, I still remember Mr. John saying that no matter what, your volumes will be taken care of. So that's the unity that came into our team, to my team, and that's how the Founders Platinum Shift was over in that same year, right? So I was off the business for a year again. So momentum was there. It didn't go. So I was not building the business, building the business, but again, not active because due to my health condition. So I was getting steroids, I was putting weight, No, I was already weighing 106 kgs, as my wife mentioned, right? And then I was very weak in that at that juncture of my life. So, but I would say I'm a fighter, right? So I fought back with all the adversity that I had at that point of time, right? So, uh, so um, like I said that we need to grow, right? And then so I came back to the business, requalified my beans again, right? Like of course I never like went down of my founder's platinumship. The founder's platinum is always happened for me, right? And thanks to Amway, right, we have traveled so many countries till now, right? To starting the first one was Paris, right? And so many things, the rewards and awards that we got while building this business, right? So so the pandemic happened in between, right? In 2000, we all know that in the March, right? We all know that. So that was the time, like we were already into physical mode of doing the business, but suddenly the demographic, or say the culture of building the business, really changed during the COVID time. So shifting from the physical to the digital was a little bit like difficult for us, because of the situation here, because the connectivity issues were there for us, but we kept on working. So we didn't give us an excuse that the business won't happen in that period of time also, right? So we got along. So like we really got in touch with our team, right? Digital media was something like I would say it was kind of a boon for us at that point of time. So we kept on having meetings, be it in a Zoom, right, be in a Teams. We had a capital meeting. So we started preparing our team in 2020. During that COVID time, we started preparing our team, and I was very, very focused where I'm going in the year 2021, right? And that's where the Emerald Shift journey started. And to topple up, I should really thank my mentors in the business, Dr. Madhubala and Sir Jivan, who believed in us that we can be an emerald in the business, right? With their guidance, with their support, we really got started in the business. So, so the things were coming to normal, but again, like we shifted to. We started working in 3 places. Simultaneously, we started working in Dimapur, we started working in Kohima, then we started also working in Manipur, right? And then I told my wife that, okay, we have to like help our Senapati team, which is in Manipur. So we decided to take up a rent, in Dimapur, and that's how we started to build the business there. It's again an unknown place for us, right? But we started to become one of them in Senapati also. So that is how we build a team, and that's how situation happened. So we wanted to enter our Emerald Shift in the year 2021 February. We were all set. As she mentioned earlier, also like in the February 14th. I guess that February 14th, 17th.
Yeah, 14.
17, yeah. February 17 was a day, like it was a very difficult time for her, and as well as for me, because she lost her mother on that day, on February 14. Was it a tough time? Yes, for us it was a tough time. For her, it was because she already missed her hand over her head of a mother, right? So I should really appreciate her the confidence. She said that no matter what, we are going to do that. I still remember she saying, her mother saying, my mother-in-law saying that when you will reach Emerald, because she didn't know anything about business, but still she mentioned that when are you going Emerald, right? So basically, like every one of us in our family, like all of us were together, right? And but the situation didn't make us weak, right? But rather we become stronger at that point of time. So my uplines, Dr. Madam Madhubala said that, oh, no matter Pankaj, like you come back March, right, and you can start qualifying. And guess what? We did it. We make it happen. Like, and we started qualifying from March 2021 on the straight, right? So March we entered our emerald qualification. Right? And I thought that okay, now the worst situation is over. I thought in that way, but so to say that in the month of April, right, again it was back to the lockdowns again for us in in Senapati, right? So in Senapati, like what happened, like now we cannot go out of the colony, right? And where we were staying, it was a containment zone. There's so many things happened in between, right?
The place were also very new for us.
New for us, yeah, absolutely. Right, it was new for us, no? And then I said, okay, if we are not moving out, then how our volumes are going up? So I told Mr. Bikramjit, I still remember, I said, sir, can you send me a letter? And I sent a letter. I figured out how I can get in touch with the Deputy Commissioner of Senapati, right? I got in touch with him, right? And so from here and there, I made links, and then guess what? I took a permission, for me, for my wife, and for one of my team to go around and deliver the products, right? So we did all things, right? Because we knew that we are not going to stop, right? And nothing is going to stop us, right? So all those things we did, and then we were building the business. All the things happened, right? We were already entered the qualification, and guess what? What happened? One more thing, right? She was again, like tested positive for the COVID again, right? So it was in the June, yes, precisely in the month of June, right? She was tested positive, right? And guess what? I become maid. I become like chef at home, right? I became Amway, applied for my team. I become an Amway delivery boy. So I was doing everything. I was doing everything. I was a driver. I was doing things, right? I was doing everything. Guess what? Did I stop? No, because I knew where I was going, right? And that's how, as I always, and my upline always says, the tough time never lasts, but tough people do, right? And those tough times are not with us here now, but we are here in front of you as a emerald in the business, and emeraldship is not a place where we are stopping here. We are going more and more. We are ready to face the situation. We are ready to face the challenges, because challenges are temporary, right? But the success is eternal, right? And so I qualified as an emerald in the year 2001 August, right? And guess what? Like, I was like, this was something icing on a cake, like, or to say the cherry on the top. Like, out of nowhere, I won even the business world, the India's Young Entrepreneur Award, which was been awarded by the business world, right? So many things happened, right? And we were been rewarded, not only from the Amway and from the business world also, right? And that's what, because whenever we work hard, when we know where we are going, right, everything will be fine at the end. We just have to get going, right, and not stop, right? And to add it up, we really took an utmost advantage of the social media as well, This is we are in this 21st century now, right? And 21st century is all about it's about digital. It's all about information. It's all about how we portray us, right? Portray ourselves. And thanks to our AMWAY creators team, right? Being an insider of AMWAY creator teams, we understood how we can leverage our social media platform, right? And seriously, like now, building a passion. Now we are, of course, an entrepreneur, but at the same time we are a passionpreneurs, right? We are building our business with the passion that we have developed, right, of healthy living. She's building her business in and around her yoga, her healthy living. I'm there going out running, right? So now we are putting everything together, right? So that we help and we admire, we bring up more and more. From our side, it's women's, right? And from our side, altogether, it's women's. We are more focusing on our youths, right? Because this is where the future belongs, right? Because we all know that AMWAY, India is young India, like it's a young India, right? So this is where we need to leverage, right? And trust me, guys, right? The AMWAY really works when you work, right? Nothing is impossible if you think it's possible, right? And have faith in what you do. Have faith in the system that AMWAY has come up with, right? And have faith in the upline. Have faith in the products, right? And I really thank our AMWAY officials, right? My story is incomplete if I don't thank our officials, AMWAY officials, right? If we start with our office staff here in Nagaland and our teams, our accounts team, starting with Mr. Anindam and Mr. Amit, a very good friend of ours, and Mr. Chandra, the VP of East, and as well as for the West, and yes, and our national accounts team, Mr. Apurva, and all the way to Mr. Anshu, Mr. Vijay Gulani, right, and Ajay Khanna, right? They were all there for us to help us in those bad times, right? When the company is ready, when we have the great products, right? When everyone is ready, your teams, your uplines are ready. What is stopping us, right? So this is all I wanted to say, right? Let's get started. This business has just got started now, right? We are focusing for A25 now, right? And we are aligned to A70, right? Now, the AMWAY has come up with so many good things, right? So we should be aligned with the AMWAY goal as well. Let's focus, guys. Let's make it happen. A70 is coming, A25 is coming now, right? We should all align with this, all right? So if I can do it, guys, right, there is nothing which you cannot do, right? It's just mind. If you think you can do it, you can do it. If you think you cannot, right? But make a point that you can do it. Be successful. Come and join us, right, in Emerald Club. Thank you and namaste.
Namaste.